Today, rivals collide in the AFC West. It's the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go on a rainy one at Arrowhead. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drives will begin best. Play action now. It's Herbert. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Charger first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 41, here's second down and 9. Here comes Vidal. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
They go play action with Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
He'll hit Kelsey quickly on the RPO. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 5. the shotgun. It's Mahomes. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Chargers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A handoff, and this is by down. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, here comes Patterson. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jaden Hicks on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On the ground, it's Vidal. A pickup of 14 on that one. And the Chargers have the first down.
14 yards.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll give this to Vidal. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tuli Tuipulotu there for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, it's the tight end. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good for a
It's
Kansas
been a
City
busy
Chiefs
first quarter for him so
first
far.
down.
His third catch goes for a first
and 10
down.
at the 49-yard line.
They'll run right side with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He was taken down.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's a third down and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Mahomes going to look to run with this one.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Pacheco. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Herbert now on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll run with Vidal. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Chargers first down.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got a man downfield. That's Johnston. And he will go all the way. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
The tackle by Derwin James brings up 3rd down.
Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, KC.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
Starting to see it back
line.
right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Brings up second and a yard.
A good spot here, second and a yard. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. Yeah! And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Now an option here, left side. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
And in motion is Brown. Pacheco. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll run with Pacheco. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down.
It's now fourth.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on fourth down.
Mahomes to throw it on fourth down. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Davis now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Conklin goes in motion. Drive will start on the ground, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here we go. Herbert keeping it on the zone read. Into space. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. And even 50 yards.
50 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands. And here, he rips off a beat.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 10-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here comes Vidal. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are back within 4 at 14-10.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Third down and 3. Patrick to throw. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
What a luxury, Mike, right? I mean, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you can just turn around, hand him the ball, and let him go get it. He's had some success already here in the first half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. LKC going to use the second of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Throwing now, Mahomes. A man over the middle, it's worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
A gain of 12 yards.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
First down.
Now a timeout signal for them, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, I'll tell you what. executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Harrison
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Tuipulotu in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
I really like this response here to start the second half. You have to imagine they went into halftime finding themselves down by 2 scores. They needed to stop and get the ball back to their offense, and that sack's going to go a long way towards him.
In middle, he's got Kelsey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
3rd and 7.
Throwing is Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is the 9-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down. Now, Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there, and the Chiefs have a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he will get into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for the second half.
Chargers 10.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Handoff, and this is by Dell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On the ground, it's Vidal. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, L.A.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And he will score! Matt McConkey. Touchdown, L.A. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. How about 15 yards to kick off the drive? It's a first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a first set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Rice open, he's got it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Motion man is Johnston. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Another catch there for Johnston. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll give this to Vidal. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Motion man is Johnston. Now Herbert. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman can get out to lead the way.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Down the field, but It falls incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Returnable for Reagor. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first down, it's Mahomes. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Denzel Perryman in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. On second down, Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's now third down and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. In trouble, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
On comes the Chiefs punter. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Davis to return it. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 24-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. Conklin goes in motion. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. That's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Derek Nardi on the tackle. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with Clyde down. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Allen in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stick with him again. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete, but there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a first down. Now a play fake. Herbert, and he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And he cannot get in. The try for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Once again, it's Pacheco. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 10. Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 9. Now, Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now 3rd
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and they're going to mark them down up past the 35. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll run here with Patterson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They'll drop to throw. Catch made there by Allen. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Patterson, and he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 for the 1st down. Throwing now is Herbert. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And the Chargers.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. Throwing, Herbert. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. This one high over the middle, but complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up
throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
36.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Throwing right, that's Johnston. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Now it's Herbert. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.